Once upon a time, a father had two sons. The younger son, feeling restless and wanting to explore the world, asked his father for his inheritance early. Though surprised and saddened by his request, the father agreed, and the son left for a faraway land, eager to experience life on his own. He spent all his money on wild living, parties, luxuries, and selfish pleasures. But soon the money ran out. A famine hit the land, and the younger son found himself with nothing. No food, no friends, and no way to survive. Desperate, he took a job feeding pigs, a job so lowly it made him wish he could eat the food meant for the pigs. That's when it hit him. Back home, even my father's servants have food to spare. Why am I here starving? With a heavy heart and full of regret, he decided to return home, hoping his father might hire him as a servant. He knew he had no right to be called a son anymore, but he hoped for mercy. Back at home, the father had never stopped thinking about his son. Every day he looked down the road waiting for him to return. One day as the sun was setting, he saw a figure in the distance. It was his son, returning at last. The father's heart overflowed with love. Without hesitation, he ran to embrace him. The son, ashamed and tearful, said, "Father, I've sinned. I'm no longer worthy to be called your son." But the father stopped him, saying, "You were lost, but now you're found. You are my son, and I'm so glad you're home." The father immediately ordered the best robe, a ring, and sandals to be brought for his son, and they began a great feast to celebrate his return. For this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found. Meanwhile, the older son, who had been working in the fields, heard the music and laughter from the house and asked a servant what was going on. The servant told him, "Your brother has returned. Your father is celebrating because he's back safe and sound." The older son became angry. "I've worked hard for you all these years, never once disobeying you, and yet you never threw me a feast. But when this son of yours returns after wasting everything, you throw a huge celebration for him." The father, filled with compassion, went out to him. "Son, you are always with me, and everything I have is yours. But we had to celebrate, for your brother was lost and is now found. He was dead and is alive again." The father's love for both sons was clear. He wanted the older son to see that his brother's return was a cause for joy, not anger. The story reminds us that no matter how far we stray, there is always a way back. And God's love is unconditional, always ready to welcome us home with open arms.